12-team college football format will be so much better. Yeah, it will. It will. Going to 12 teams. They're already going to 14 the next year, 2027? Sheesh. Or 2026, sorry. Like, they're not even waiting. I don't get it. But whatever. I think 12 is the perfect number. I think 14 is stupid. I really do. I think 14 is dumb. Just put in 12. 12 is a great number and let it ride. But they're going to ruin it. Bo Nix will be the best QB in this draft. Not with that arm strength he won't. No, sirree, Bob. I'm out on Bo Nix. And I can be wrong. That's fine. They don't pay me to be right. But I'm out on Bo Nix. So, I'm him and Penix. I'm just like, I don't know. I don't know about Penix. I know he's got a super strong arm. But we also saw him throwing to a lot of wide open receivers a lot too. But we'll see. Big B, what are your thoughts on Rashee Rice trouble? I think Rashee Rice is an idiot. I think he's an idiot. And, usually, y'all know me, I am pro player. I am always pro player. But I'm also going to say when somebody does something dumb, I'm going to say they did something dumb. Rashee Rice, stupid. And you're an idiot. And don't tell me somebody argued with me yesterday and said, well, he's not running from the police. Really? The police had to put out that they're looking for you. They had to put out something that said, public statement, they're looking for you. So if you're not running from the police, why aren't you there? Why are they looking for you? I don't get it. Why did you hire an attorney? If you've done nothing wrong, there's plenty of people that get in car wrecks every day. And you're not going out and hiring an attorney. Whether you're rich, poor, famous, not famous. If I got into a car wreck, the first thought that comes through my mind isn't to leave and then call an attorney. So, you can hire an attorney if you did nothing wrong. Nobody's saying that you can't, but it just makes you look guilty. That's all. Nobody said that you can't hire an attorney. Nobody, this is America. You can do a lot of things as long as it's not breaking the law. But then you left. Why did you leave? Where are you going? What are you running from? And don't give me, this is what the guy tried to tell me yesterday. He was scared. Come on. Come on, man. Stop. Don't give me that he was scared. He was scared, so he committed a felony. Is that what we're saying? You know what? He got into a car wreck, which is literally not against the law, getting into a wreck. If he was racing, yeah, that's probably against the law. Not probably, that's against the law. But you know what? It is what it is. Fortunately, nobody got seriously hurt. So that's fortunate. But then you compound everything by committing a felony by leaving a hit and run accident. Well, we'll see. We will see. And I know what the person that was arguing with me yesterday was saying. He's not running from the cops. He hasn't been arrested for anything. I go, well, he hadn't been arrested because they're looking for him. He hadn't been charged with anything. I go, they can't charge you until you're arrested. What are we talking about here? How do you charge somebody that's not in custody? Lord. I just don't get it. Oh, man. And I don't understand what happened. Like I said, he got into the wreck. He knew he was wrong because he was racing. I get that. But I've said this forever, and I'm going to continue saying this. Where are your boys? Do you not have anybody in your inner circle that has any type of sense? Somebody that says, hey, man, we shouldn't be racing. Okay, if you do race, hey, man, we got in a wreck. No, we can't leave. We got to stay here. What are we doing? What happened to those people? Back in the day, there used to be, we've all heard, hell, look at Ohtani. Ohtani's got a fall guy. Look what happened to Ohtani. He had a fall guy. His interpreter was the fall guy. Everybody knows Ohtani was betting, but he's doing it right. He's doing it right. He's got a fall guy to take the blame, to take the hit. That's what you're there for. Is nobody in that inner circle to take the hit? Can nobody just take the blame for this? Hey, man, we were racing. He was driving. I'm sorry. It is what it is. And I'm not even saying Rashee Rice wouldn't have gotten arrested, because if you're racing, and I know right where it is, I-75 in Dallas, that's a packed highway anyway, because it's one of the major highways that's not a tollway, so everybody rides on that damn thing. It's right down near Lover's Lane. It's right by the exit before you get off on SMU. It's about 3 exits from downtown Dallas, being right in the middle of downtown Dallas. You shouldn't be going as fast as what they assumed were going anyway, but it is what it is. So, Barry Bonds had a fall guy. Yeah, people have fall guys, man. It is what it is. You not have anybody in your inner circle that can help you. That's what drives me insane. Nobody has anybody within their inner circle that can help them these days. They say, hey, man, no. I can see if you were by yourself. Actually, I can't. If I got that much to lose, I'm by myself. I'm not driving drunk. It's easy for me to say. That's fine. But if I have somebody else, hey, man, you are always driving. No matter what. You're driving. I'm not driving. Because if I go to this club and we turn up, I'm not driving away. You're driving. Always you're driving. I don't know. Panic. I get it. It's a good point. Darren Howard says he panicked. Made it a lot worse for himself. Yeah. We just saw Cam Sutton turn himself in after being on the run for weeks. Hell, it came out. He was in the facility, the damn Lions facility, when the warrant for his arrest came out, which means he had already been on the run. And then he goes to work, and they're like, hey, man, you got to turn yourself in. And they waited a day. He didn't turn himself in. The Lions were like, yeah, we got to cut him. And then, what was it, 3 weeks? People thought the man was dead. And then finally, he turned himself in. Crazy. That's a good point. Michael Vick needed one. Let me ask y'all about Michael Vick. Didn't y'all always think that it was the cousin that was behind it? I always thought that it was the cousin that was behind the dog fighting, that Vick was giving him money, and then the next thing you know, the cousin turned on him and said, nope, it was Vick, and there was nothing he could do because they could probably trace the money that he was giving his cousin. I always thought Vick was an innocent guy. Now, granted, he came out and said, no, I was killing the dogs, which, deplorable. I'm a dog owner. I'm a dog lover. Deplorable. But I can forgive. At some point, you got to be able to forgive somebody for something, depending on what it is. So, SB Kenny, stop it. I know where you're going with it. Don't you even do it. Don't you do it. Look, SB Kenny over here on TikTok said he's a cat guy. Stop. Don't even start. Man, y'all, my day was going. Matter of fact, that makes my day better, though, because that's hilarious, by the way. That is absolutely hilarious. Woo. Darren Howard brings up a good point over here on YouTube, people. I think most young people have raced at some point. Yes, I think we all have. Just don't compound it. When you finally know better, you do better. Can't run, though. He's getting suspended. He's getting suspended. Now they got pictures of people walking away from the wreck. Like hit and run. Like apparently, now this is just reports. I don't know if any of this is true. Saying that they were loading up drugs and guns from the car, which I think that is BS. But there's pictures of these people just walking away. Like they're not running to get away from anything. They're just, okay, we got in this wreck. We're just leaving the car and we are just walking away. So, whew. And no, I don't think Rashee Rice is going to get cut. I don't think Rashee Rice is going to get cut. They're not going to cut him, if he turns himself in today. Now, we got to see things start to unfold here and see what's happening because he's a person of interest. I've heard reports, too, he was driving the Lamborghini. First of all, it wasn't just a regular, it was a Lamborghini Urus. So it was an SUV. People thinking, oh, man, 4 people getting out of an SUV or a Lamborghini. How's that possible? Well, it was an SUV. That's how. And yes, by the way, anybody thinking, well, it's an SUV. Does it go that fast? Yes. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. So, but they're not going to cut him, though. They're not going to cut him. There's no reason to cut him at this point. There's no reason to cut him. He got into a wreck, and now he's evading police so far. Again, they haven't issued a warrant for his arrest, but they very well might by the end of the day, but they haven't done that yet. Now he's just a person of interest. We need to know where you are. We need to talk to you because your car is wrecked on the side of 75. What the hell's going on? We need answers. We need answers. If things don't change, they may then issue a warrant for his arrest. If it gets to that and then he still doesn't turn himself in, yeah, then the Chiefs may think about, you know what? This guy's an idiot. We got to get him out of here. So you're correct. You're correct. But it's not there yet. It's not there yet. So we'll see. And I don't think he's going to get any jail time. I mean, hell, look, people, I've said this before and I'll say it again. There have been people that have been drunk that have killed a person, driving drunk, that still were allowed to play in the National Football League. Now, you can say that happened years ago. I don't care. It happened. We have seen people beat up women that have gotten back into the National Football League. We have seen people do things much worse than racing and getting into a wreck that have gotten back in the National Football League. We've seen it. So he's not going to get suspended forever. He's not going to be banished from the NFL again, unless something else is going on that we don't know about. So unless something else is going on, will he get suspended? Probably. Especially if he was driving. And actually, I take that back. I don't think there's any way around him not getting suspended. Even if he was just a passenger in the car. I don't see there being any way around him being or not being suspended. Now, it's not going to be half the season or anything like that, but maybe 2 games. I can see that. But things got to start unfolding here for the young man quickly. He's got to start getting some better people around him. That would be number one. His mama, if she's around, has got to get involved and say, son, what the hell are you doing? This is your opportunity. You're blowing it. Racing, you got to stop. So, got to stop. Cat's name in Vegas, Henry Ruggs. That was different. Henry Ruggs went to jail. Other guys didn't go to jail. Henry Ruggs went to jail. And because of what he did, he was speeding in a neighborhood. I mean, you can't be going 150 miles an hour in a damn neighborhood. And he went to jail. The other guys didn't go to jail. I mean, he went to prison. The other guys didn't do that. They didn't go to prison. And there is a huge difference. So that's different. That's different. Not to mention, he's going to prison for 11 years. By the time he gets out, his career would have been over anyway. So there's that. In prison, I mean, and Ruggs is in prison. I mean, 11 years. Some people think it should be longer, but that's how long he's going for. So, happy Mondays. In my opinion, leaving the scene is just a major, major red flag. Yeah, I think it is too. Because again, you panicked, but why are you panicking? Some people say, well, maybe he was drunk, maybe he was high, and now he's panicked. And he had to wait for all that to wear off before he turned himself or talked to anybody. That could be the case too. That could be the case too. I don't like it. I don't think anybody has to like it, but just I don't want to hear the defense about it. I'm not standing. I'm not here for any of that. That's just stupid talk to me. So the NFL does not wait for due process. Yeah, in some cases, actually in most cases, yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. They always say let the legal process pan out, depending on what it is. I mean, if somebody killed a guy, then yeah, no, they're not going to wait for due process. But in most instances, the NFL absolutely waits for due process. They absolutely do. Now, your NFL team may cut you. That's different than being banned from the league or suspended from the league. That's totally different. So, and Chiefs cut Kareem Hunt. So, and they might hold Rashee Rice accountable, but the situations were different. First of all, let's not kid ourselves. The Chiefs didn't do anything to Kareem Hunt until the video came out. Let's start there. Let's not hold the Chiefs to some holy water and say that they were holier than thou. They didn't do anything until the video came out. Same thing. Somebody said Ray Rice. Same thing. They didn't do anything until the video. Matter of fact, the NFL said, what, they suspend Ray Rice for a game or something like that? All of a sudden, the video comes out, banned from the league. Kareem Hunt, same thing. They did nothing. And don't tell me that the Chiefs couldn't have got their hands on that video if they wanted it. They absolutely could. And so could the NFL. All of a sudden, it comes out, they cut him. Don't give me that. I don't want to hear it. If there was no video at all, Kareem Hunt might still be in Kansas City today. Yeah, of course Kareem Hunt lied about it. So, what difference does that make? He lied. And what, the Chiefs don't have people to go ask questions? Hey, you got a video? You got cameras in here? You do. Good. Here's $5,000. We need to see it. $10,000. Perfect. Kareem, can you come in here for a second? Tell us again what you did? Nothing. Well, here's the video saying that you did do something. You're cut. Boom. Chiefs did none of that until the video became public. Stop it. Stop it. They weren't going to do anything until it became public. They weren't going to do anything until it became public. That's my only point. And look, I'll even say this. I'll go this far. Look, I know never put your hands on a woman. Never put your hands on a woman. The woman calls you the N-word, just go back in your apartment, because that's where he was. Just go back in there. But then she spit on him. Now, I'm not condoning hitting a woman at all, because you should never do that. Ever, ever, ever. But I can see you, especially when you're drunk, I can see how it happened. If somebody spits on me. Hell, I was at the gas station the other day, and a man was spitting on the ground, and it flew close to where I was at. And I said, hey, man, pay attention to what you're doing. And he must have understood, because he just said, sorry. Sorry. So I get it. I can see how it happened. I don't condone it, and he should have never done it. Shouldn't have been in that situation. Again, where the hell are your boys? Where the hell are your boys? So I get that. Either way, hopefully Rashee Rice does the right thing, goes and talks to the police, gets it all figured out. He's probably going to get arrested. And I mean, that's probably a given. He's going to get arrested. But don't wait and be silly and then have them issue arrest warrants and make it worse for yourself. It doesn't have to come to that. It really doesn't. And whoever his representation is needs to tell him, hey, look, we got to get out in front of this thing. They're going to arrest you. We got to go talk to them. It is what it is. It is what it is. And it doesn't matter if he was driving or if he wasn't driving. I mean, I think he gets in less trouble if he wasn't driving, and you're a passenger and you leave. So I think he gets in less trouble. And if that is the case, and then he turns around and doesn't want to rat on his boy because, hey, he's my boy, I'm not ratting. Yeah, then he's dumber than what we all think. And his boy doesn't really give a damn about him either in his future. That would be my thing. So that's right. The longer he hides, the worse it's going to be. So